kind of feel like it's more like the filmmakers, responsibility to research a festival and see, because especially if you got a short film, it doesn't mean you have all the money in the world, right? So it doesn't mean you have all the money in the world to submit to a festival. So you should be very strategic, okay, I have to put $40 to Sundance, I have to do all these people that are good, and so you shouldn't be something festival, fly by night festival, I'm gonna send them 100. And I've seen those. I think where I remember one time I got called by a place and they were like, we want to represent your film at this film market. And at first I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then they were like, it's $200 for us to do this, this, and this. And they were on the phone with me, and it was at the time it was like, oh man, I don't want to pass up an opportunity. They picked me. But then I was like, I don't got $200, And so I think now I kind of obviously that's a scam, right? I try to tell people you're the creative resource. You do not pay people to whatever. Whatever they're gonna say they're gonna do. Oh, they're gonna record your album for you, or oh, they're gonna do this. It just costs $1,000. It's no, you're the creative person. If they believe in you, they're gonna want to do that, and then you can make some kind of deal with whatever they sell. But if they're if they want to rep your film for $200, that's $200 in their pocket, and then they don't have to do anything, and they really don't have to show you that they did anything. I think with a film festival, it would be harder to rip people off because it's but there's definitely stuff out there. But that's what I say is people pay you. You're the creative. If somebody wants you to pay them, then don't do it. And that's that can be when people ask me there's this screenwriting guy, and for $100 he'll read your script and give you notes, and for $300 he'll help you write it, and if he likes it he'll share it with his agent. And you're do you know how pissed off his agent would be if he really had an agent? He's yeah, I'm just opening it up so you can rep all these scripts that I like. If that was even obviously that's not the case. That's not what really happens. But if it was to happen, if I was that dude's agent, I'd be yeah, no, I'm not, I'll drop you right now because I don't want to rep half the United States, whoever signs up for your class or whatever. Yeah, so that's my rule. Seriously, creativity is a resource, and your work is a resource, and people should be paying you for that. And if they aren't, then just keep working. It's no big deal, but there's no shortcuts. There's no paying somebody $200 or $1,000 to get a shortcut into what you want to do. And everybody else who's working didn't do that. They didn't go down these fly by night routes. They worked hard.